funny. I used to watch The Simpsons, and there was an episode in The Simpsons where there was the guy that got hired at the power plant that Homer Simpson worked at. I don't know if you ever watched The Simpsons, but Homer is kind of like a buffoon.
Mhm.
He's just like dumb. And this guy who got hired was like an expert. And he was adamant about doing things the right way. He had great ambitions for what's supposed to happen. He was a rule follower. He was legit, like hardcore, like we're gonna make this thing happen. And throughout the episode, Homer, who's an idiot, who's eating donuts. It's the funny thing. There's one scene where like the guy is trying to do something on the computer and he's trying to get it right because he's built up potential. There's charge behind it. I need to get this thing right. And Homer's like hanging out behind the computer eating a donut, and he bites the donut and jelly drops onto the keyboard and hits the right button. And like it all turns out perfectly. It's all awesome. Throughout the episode, Homer like trips, he makes a mistake, he just does things there's like haphazardly, or let me put it better. He does things carefree. He's carefree about it. By the end of the episode, the guy quit. He's all pissed off. He's angry at Homer, and Homer's still just dumb about everything. But Homer's the hero. That is an indication of this archetype. That's how it works. By being dumb, you get everything. There's a scene in the gospel where Jesus is speaking with a bunch of really wise men. These are guys who've been like reading the law, right? They debate over the what the text says, what's the right way to do it, how should we live? Ultimately, how do we all get to heaven, right? Like how do we do this right? And they're arguing. And he's standing there, he's listening to them. And these are brilliant guys. And he goes over and he walks away, he grabs a little kid, like a 7-year old, just imagine. And he pulls him into the circle with the guys. And he shakes his head. He's like, listen, guys, none of you will enter the kingdom until you become like one of these guys. And he points to the kid. What are kids? Dumb, carefree. They're not arguing about theology. They're just doing what's in front of them and following the impulse.